Thanks for downloading. This is episode 8 of Growing Guelph. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Happy Wednesday if you don't. No new interview today, but I would like to share a audio project that the first guest on this podcast, Jay Wilson, did a couple years ago. So what follows is Jay Wilson's transformation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol into a poem that he called Isn't That the Dickens? Hope you enjoy, and thanks to Jay for sharing this with our listeners.
A tradition that started a long time ago was the telling of ghost stories. At Christmas, you know. On a cold winter's night, to sit round the fire while a story was told by a chap you admire. The tale we liked best, to place us in peril, was written by Charlie, called A Christmas Carol. You remember the story? Here, let me retell it. Let's start at the counting house with money. You smell it? Cratchit sits shivering because there's no heat. His boss, miser Scrooge, won't give him this treat.
You don't need more heat. Just review those accounts. Your nose buried in those would show that an ounce of coal to warm you I cannot afford. Now get back to work. That's what I hired you for.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. And Cratchit sat silent, knowing that Scrooge, when provoked, could get violent. Then came a knock at the door.
Who's that now? Cratchit, answer the door, and then tell me how we can send them away. Those people make me sick. Well, answer the door, and get back here, right quick.
Hello, Uncle Scrooge. It's your nephew, Fred. Tomorrow is Christmas and we're breaking bread. I hope you will join us, round out our table. Come when you like. Come when you are able.
Christmas, bah humbug. I plan to work. And Cratchit, you'll be here, for I must have my clerk.
Well, to be honest, sir, I'd like the afternoon off, if it's not too much trouble,
Cratchit said, with a cough.
Bah humbug, said Scrooge. Bah humbug, humbugger. Bah humbugger, bug, bah humbug, bah hummer. Nobody works, nothing gets done. Bah humbug, I say. Bah humbug +1.
And grabbing his coat, his hat, and his stick, Scrooge stormed off home, angry and thick. It was a dark, gloomy night. Scrooge sat alone in his room. He had a sense of unease, impending doom.
I'm just cranky,
he thought.
It's those damn pleasant folk. Not work Christmas Day. Is that some kind of joke?
And with that, his head dropped to his chest, and his eyes shut up tight, as if having a rest.
Scrooge, you must listen. Your old partner Marley. I'm here to tell you, your life's going to get gnarly. I'm a spirit in chains because I was greedy, hated the poor, despised the needy. Now I am cursed to wander at night. This is my punishment. Such is my plight. You cannot avoid this. If your heart you can turn toward loving kindness, which at the moment you spurn. As your friend from the past, here's what I will do. 3 spirits tonight will visit you. Take heed, pay attention, lend them your ear, for I'm certain their stories will make it quite clear.
And with that, old Jacob dissolved in a mist, leaving poor Scrooge to wonder about this. Then a few moments later, just as was said, the ghost of Christmas past came back from the dead. He's a small young boy, this tiny spirit, and he takes Scrooge's hand, though Scrooge doesn't want to get near it. "Come, follow me," says this tiny young lad, and Scrooge closes his eyes and drifts off, rather sad. Scrooge sees himself. He's again a young sprite at school with his friends, scenes of laughter, delight, and his good friend Fezziwig, with whom he apprenticed, Fezziwig the merchant. Fezziwig, Fezziwig. And there's Belle, to whom he was engaged. She broke his heart when she flew off in a rage. Oh, sure, he forgot once his sweetheart, his honey.
"But, dearie," he said, "I was counting our money. For you, for your comfort, it's my utmost concern. But money doesn't grow on trees. We don't have money to burn."
Then, in an instant, Scrooge is alone, back in his bed, back in his hole. He shivers and tosses and shivers some more, when quick as a wink, a new ghost at the door. This spirit is clothed in a large pea-green cloak. "Come with me now." These words it spoke. "Let me take you to visit Christmas today." And with that, the ghost and Scrooge fly away. They visit Cratchit and meet his son Tim, who is tiny and frail with a disfigured limb.
"Oh, they all seem so happy. Oh, please, can we stay?"
says Scrooge. But the ghost just fades away. As another comes forward, silent and dumb. Why, it is the ghost of Christmas yet to come. "My gentle Scrooge, why come now right this way? Those other spirits could lead you astray. I'll reveal the truth for you this fateful night. Come now, my friend, let me direct your sight. These businessmen, know you who they be? Let's listen in, for us they cannot see. Invisible tonight, drifting in and out. Who is it that these gentlemen speak about?"
He was a foolish man, locking up his gold. Perhaps he thought it could protect him from getting old.
No one liked him. Gold can't friendship buy. Gold brings no warmth to soul when in death you lie.
He was a miserly, mean man. I'm glad he's gone. Hateful, hurtful, spiteful. Oh, that's just wrong. One day, his name will come to mean all things miserly, greedy, stingy, and in between.
"Dear ghost, who is it that these gentlemen speak about here in this graveyard? Point this tombstone out, and
What name's upon here? Help me, please, to see. Oh, frightful ghost, beneath that stone is me! Dear ghost, this pledge, I beg you hear it. From this point forth, I'll honor the Christmas spirit.
And with those words, Scrooge woke safe in his bed. He felt all Christmassy. The joy went to his head. The rest you know. No longer the plot thickens. Ghost stories for Christmas. Now isn't that the Dickens?
Thanks for listening to Growing Guelph. I've been your host, Jordan Sloggett. Be sure to subscribe to us on social media, on your favorite podcast app, and if you have a recommendation for a future guest you'd like me to speak to, you can reach out to me at growingguelph@gmail.com.